what we hope is to initiate an art platform where we can reflect and imagine and visualize what is Europe today and what it can become tomorrow. So we strongly believe that arts and culture can really provide also the emotional bound that maybe we miss sometimes when we think about Europe, but also the critical perspective that is urgently needed.
I think it's really like a fruitful soil to create, as we wanted to when we planned this event. It's a soil for the future of Europe, future which will be more inclusive, more democratic, I think. A future that will include more voices, more perspectives, more visions, and more understanding of in between us.
Europe is not just a political project, but also a cultural one, and I think it's maybe the only place in the world where you have such a great diversity historically and physically, and we should build on that. So I hope that the European Pavilion can also gather plural voices from across the continent, where we can have this kind of conversation, which sometimes is not just a consensual conversation, and that's where the political comes in. Well, there is a lot of hopes that culture can change things, but I don't think culture is here to change things, but in my humble opinion, it's more about also pointing at where are the flaws and where we can maybe open up our minds and imagine something different in the way we relate to each other, in the way we talk to each other, in the way we perceive our future. I think change starts also with how people perceive what surrounds them. So for me, it's really a shift in perspective, not so much in, of course it will influence policy at some point, or that's my hope, but it's not about policy making, for instance. It's really about, bringing different perspective and opening up the minds.